Has putting on makeup or doing your hair ever made you feel fake or maybe like you're a fraud? I'm going to share with you 5 reasons why you're absolutely not any of those things and how you are 100% deserving of all the attention you get, particularly from guys. If you're new around here, be sure to subscribe so that you get notified every time I post new videos on confidence and self-love. This video was inspired by one of the students inside my private community who asked me this question, that after having her hair done, she realized that she actually looked really nice with curled hair. So she actually started doing this herself, and then she kind of felt like she was getting a little bit more attention from guys, but somehow felt like she was a fraud or a catfisher because that's not exactly what she looked like in the morning. I've received questions like this many times, which is why I thought it would be a good idea to make this little video for you on how I responded to her inside our private community. Because there is no reason why you need to be feeling like you're a fake or that you're a fraud just because you've made an effort with the way you've presented yourself. So be it making an effort with your makeup or your hair or your style, whatever effort you've made is a beautiful thing. And I know it's a very common question to ask, how can I appear beautiful externally and still be a nice person? Does making an effort with the way I look or putting on makeup, does that make me fake? And the answer is absolutely not. And these are the reasons why. First is authenticity and understanding what that looks like and what that means on a holistic level. Because I think that at the root of this question or at the root of this feeling is this fear of being inauthentic. This fear of being a fraud or that you're pretending to be someone that you're not. When it comes to beauty, I really like to look at this in the most holistic way possible, taking into equal weight the internal beauty as well as the external beauty. I think too often it's so easy to say the internal is more important or the external is more important. And a lot of people actually find it very hard to reconcile the healthy balance or the healthy medium between these two. But that's where authenticity really comes to play. When we're able to embrace beauty in a holistic way, this is where the interior beauty can be cohesive with the exterior beauty. And in this way, both of these can be aligned. So I'd like to hear in the comments below, of these 3 scenarios that I'm about to share with you, which of these to you sounds the most authentic? So scenario A is someone who may look so beautiful on the outside, look so glam and admirable exteriorly, but maybe on the inside, they're not the nicest person. They could be a bit mean or all the things that make someone not the nicest person on the inside. And then scenario B is someone who is the nicest person on the inside, so warm, so caring, but may not make that much effort with how they appear exteriorly. And then scenario C is beautiful on the inside and beautiful on the outside. If your answer is C, then what is holding you back from dressing as beautifully as you are? What is making you feel like a fake or like a fraud or that you're someone that you're not, when all you are doing is showing your interior beauty exteriorly? You are just allowing your interior beauty to be manifested outwardly. You're not changing who you are. You're just showing your interior beauty externally and enhancing the natural beauty you already have. There is absolutely nothing fake or inauthentic about making an effort with the way you look, because all you're doing is showing up as the best version of you. And whether you wear makeup or you do your hair, it's just another manifestation of that. So it's like painting our nails. Like, we've painted our nails for so long, and it's probably one of the first things we did when it came to beauty when we were younger. And when has anyone ever felt like a fake or a fraud because they painted their nails? Right? And when it comes to painting your nails, does it really matter whether you paint them red or pink or black? It's just another manifestation of how you choose to represent your beauty externally. So whether you paint your nails or you do your makeup or you do your hair, it's all one and the same thing. It doesn't really matter what color we paint our nails, right? So why should you be any less lovable or any less real or authentic just because your hair is curly or straight. And let's face it, if we actually showed up in the world exactly how we woke up in the morning, I kid you not, most of us will probably be walking around with a bird's nest on our head. And just for fun, here's a photo of my daughter Tiffany and how her hair looks in the morning, and mine is not so far from it. The second reason that doing your hair or your makeup doesn't make you fake is when you focus on selflessness. If that's all it takes, then honestly, well done, because what you're doing is now turning the effort that you've made in how you show up to now an act of service for other people. And by showing up as the best version of you, you're more able to be attentive to other people's needs, to be a better friend, a good listener, a better colleague, all of the things that you aspire to be. It's enabling you to be that person, and it's an act of service for others. Now, if you're vibing with this, go check out this other video I've made on how to stop thinking about your looks and enjoy the present, because I go through it in a lot more detail there. The third reason why doing your hair and makeup doesn't make you fake is because it gives you an opportunity to stay true to your standards. If this feeling of being a fraud comes from this fear of guys showing you attention, but then ultimately not loving the real you, without makeup and without styled hair, once they realize what you actually look like in the morning, then how do I put it to you, girlfriend, but do you really want a guy like that? I genuinely don't think you need to be afraid of someone not finding you attractive based on what you look like in the morning, because real, authentic love, which I still believe exists, will be able to see beyond that. It'll be able to see beyond your makeup, beyond your hair, and really into your soul. If you think about it, presenting yourself nicely is just like an invitation. It's like an invitation for someone to see that you're a nice person, that there's something about you, you're intriguing, and there's someone that they'd like to talk to. But as they get to know you further, they realize that there's so much more about you that draws them into you. And the beauty they're drawn to is much, much deeper. And it doesn't mean the exteriors are no longer important. They're still important, but it just means that the reason someone loves you is not because of the exterior only. On a side note, if I could share my personal experience, I genuinely looked at my body with so much shame and so much hate growing up. And I used to fear someone seeing my body and seeing these stretch marks on my thighs. Literally used to freak me out, and I carried this with me for years, right? And no joke, my husband Ben, when I eventually told him about this fear I had and my stretch marks, he literally goes, "What are those?" And then when I showed him, he was like, "Oh, those? I didn't even notice. What's the big deal?" Like, he literally did not even care, let alone noticed, right? So it just goes to show that sometimes we're a lot harsher on ourselves and on our bodies than guys probably are. I mean, the good guys. And if someone is really nitpicky about the way your body appears, then maybe they're not the right one for you. Reason number 4 is that you're teaching others how to love and respect you. How you show up and present yourself is a visual representation of how you love and respect yourself. So by doing that and showing up in a certain way, you're also educating others in how to love and respect you too. This is all part of your personal brand. When you show up and you've made an effort with how you look, you are communicating visually that you believe you are important and that you are worthy. It's like that adage that you teach others how to love and respect you by how you love and respect yourself. Reason number 5 is that your self-worth is inherent. And what that means is that you have beauty already within you. That's not something that is earned or not something that is put on by doing your hair and makeup. This means that by doing your hair and makeup, it doesn't necessarily make you fake, and it also doesn't mean that you're any more worthy of being loved or that you're any more important just because you've done your hair and makeup. Does that make sense? Like, it's just your beauty and your value is already there, no matter what you do or don't do. You already are all those things, and it doesn't change based on your appearance and how much attention you get or you don't get from guys either. So by doing your hair and makeup, it doesn't necessarily take away from your authentic beauty. If you're someone who struggles with feeling unworthy, then I'd love to help you unpack these big feelings that are holding you back from the love you deserve. Firstly, from yourself and also from other people. Book a call with me via the link in the description below. We can have a chat and see whether working together would be a good fit. As always, post any questions for me in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.